All right, people. I'm in the middle of chaos in my life, but I like to keep things interesting. So, you can tell by the title, I'm a freaking idiot. Exit interview. You know what that means? That means the old RS is going to greener pastures. It's going off to the next person. And I just said, I think I may have just said, I'm not going to sell it. I'm just going to keep this thing forever. Well, let me explain. So I'm in the midst of chaos in my life. We have 30 people here now, people working for OG. We've got, a manufacturing facility. I just got the frickin' van. We've got a lot going on. And I've got 7 cars, had 7 cars. I'm about to be down to 5 cars here shortly. So, I traded the E46 M3 for the Interlagos car. We're doing a giveaway on my Le Mans, so that will be leaving. So that'll take me down 1 car net. So I'll be down to 6 cars. And then we're at historic highs, which, maybe these cars maybe this is what they're going to be worth forever. But I think I'm going to net about $55,000. 65,000 is maybe 70,000 if you count the parts on this thing. I'm going to net a gain, first gain of my life on a car. And so, I've never done this before where I've actually done the right thing instead of just doing what I want to do when I want to do it. And so this time I'm going to take a gain and move on to another car. Of course, I got the touring coming, but I'm going to sell this thing and I'm going to get another one someday if if it's in the cards. There goes the giveaway car. Got to test out, see if those TEs fit on it. So I'm all disheveled here. I just moved. Got a lot going on. So anyway, I bought this car in, I don't remember when, but let's say it was 2.5 years ago. It's 3,800 miles on it. This is a 991.2, so this is a 2019. I had traded my 2016, the 991.1 car, for this one. And I did this one because, it has the bespoke, what the heck? It has the RSR inspired, any potential problems with the .1 engine were resolved in this. It has more sophisticated PDK, a little quicker PDK tuning, so the transmission shifts faster. And so I bought this because it seemed like the right thing to do at the time. And I'd actually stopped into gas motor cars in Atlanta because they had the car, and I ended up trading it right then and there when I was on a Smoky Mountains trip. I left the car, caught a flight home, and they've shipped this one down. My shipping guy picked this thing up. And it has full PPF, so I did Billy and I did a full paint correction on the thing, and then Ryan from Auto Paint Guard did full S-Tech PPF, which is actually really great. It has Halo, so it's coated with Halo, G-Technic Halo PPF ceramic or coating, and then I had put the Dundon exhaust, and I put the radar detector in, and then I did those the Vossen Tag Motorsports wheels, and the thing is freaking amazing. You know, awesome. I think I had the AWE exhaust on this for a little while, but lesson learned on the cars is don't do a catless exhaust on these. It really isn't necessary and makes a big mess. So this is the first GT3 I didn't tear apart 10 different times and put back together. But you know, I've enjoyed it, and I like it, and I'm going to have a 991 GT3 someday again. But like I just mentioned, I'm planning on continuing to build a Cess Garage. I'm working on building destination of Cess Garage. We're building a house. This car is at historic highs. I had the opportunity to sell it and make a profit for the first time in my life on a car. And so, I've decided to kind of lighten the load of how many cars I have. And I've done this several times in the past if you have been watching this. And so all those factors lined up. I just posted it up on Instagram, and John, the purchaser of this, is getting a freaking great example of a .1 RS. He messaged me like in minutes, bought the car, and so this car's headed to New Jersey tomorrow. And so it's headed it's getting picked up by transport and heading to the next owner. So, I still want an RS, but I also want to enjoy the process of my touring that's coming. And I have the GT4, I've got the M3s, I got the E36, I traded the E46. So it just feels right. I may be making a mistake, but I don't dwell on that kind of stuff. I just do what feels right at the time, and we move on to the greener pastures, if you will. So the plan here is this, and I'm gonna wait. I got a little hasty. So what I was going to do, sell the GT4. I got the touring coming in a few months, in July. It's a June build, July, maybe August delivery, depending if there's any delays or anything with carbon ceramic shortage. This leaves, my GT4 isn't officially for sale, but it will be here shortly. I'm gonna put that for sale. And like I said, the Le Mans is leaving. The E36 will be back here next week. And so I'm just lightening my load of car care, because I'm going to be so focused on, building out this house that I'm in, as well as building the house that I'm building. And me washing all these cars is just not in the cards for me. So I'm going to take my profits, and what I'm likely going to do, there's a high probability that in the next few years, or maybe even shorter time frame than that, they made a lot of these cars, so I don't think that that's going to hold the premiums that they're holding. If they do, fine. If they don't, fine. But I think I like the .1 better. I like the way it looks better than the .2, even though the .2 has a better engine. And you have the Vistock option on this. I think what I'll probably do is I'm gonna search for a 997 RS. I want a low mile, well-maintained 997.2 GT3 RS, preferably in gray black, or I guess white is fine too. But I think that's what will take care of me for a while. Is I'm going to search for one of those and maybe get one of those in the next 6 months or so, and then again get the 992. So the 992, 997 would replace this in the GT4. Then I'd have the E92 and the E36. I'm also selling the Tesla, so that's going as well. And then when after I get the house built and I have a 12-car garage and hopefully I have a building built behind me here, I'll have more space, then I'll get a 991.1 RS when they're selling for 150 grand again. And they may never, but I suspect that these versions, they made quite a bit more of them than they did the 997s. So I don't think the 997 is ever going to go down again. They're selling for 265 to 365 now. I'd love to get the RS 4.0, but I don't think that's really in the cards for $500,000-600,000 bucks. I'd also like to get a 458 Speciale at some point too. Those are selling in the mid to high fours. But we'll revisit having another, collective, building out my GT3RS collection after I have the space to keep them, instead of jockeying them around all the time. And that may be 3 months from now. Who the heck knows? That's the spice of life. So there's a really nice white RS in a 997 RS in Atlanta that I might go check out. There's my friends at Merit have a couple of them that I should go up and look at. But I don't have time to mess with that thing right now, so I think I decided to just pocket the money, and I did it through my friends at Titan Motorsport. So I'm going to pocket the money. I have the trade-in, which I can hold on to for about a year or so, and then I could use that to purchase my the 997 if I find one. But I'm looking for something really, really special. The problem in the current market, a really special GT3RS. These are my jogging pants.
You got your joggers.
Oh yeah, I should mention these blue. When will these be live?
Probably a day or two.
So by the time we get this video up, these blue, I'm telling you, these sweatshirts, Storm Tech, freaking amazing. Yeah. And Bryce got me some Hot Boy joggers ago here. We might have soon.
French Terry on the inside.
These are from Storm Tech?
These are actually from Royal.
Oh.
They got nice inside.
Okay, I'm gonna have to try them out here.
But yeah.
I haven't worn jogging pants since I was like 8.
I think these in green are the last ones we're ever gonna get. So if you want green, you better get them. They're discontinued.
No, talk them out of that.
I tried.
Dang it. I like the green ones.
I think it's green and
I want them both. I like all the colors, right? So that's the plan. Sound like a sound plan, or to sound completely asinine and ridiculous? It doesn't really matter because it's already done. I already got the money. This car's leaving in 24 hours. So, yeah, I don't get sad about this kind of stuff because I know that I'll have future opportunity. Maybe I'll find a 991.1 Gulf Blue RS with 800 miles on it. And that's the beauty of these, is that, okay, if I want to get another one, there are lots of them, and there will be lots of low miles, really well maintained ones that almost all of them have PPF on them too. But this is just like the house, if you've been watching the house vlogs. I sold the car. It's going to the next person, but you freaking gotta clean it. clean it up. You know, you don't just send it on, well, it's not mine anymore, so let me just not take care of it. So I'm gonna clean it, vacuum it, wipe it down, just like I would if it were my own. Even though it's probably gonna get dusty and dirty in transport, it's the right thing to do. I think it all comes back around in the end. Maybe it doesn't. You gotta take the plate off. Yeah. This is good, getting it nice and clean. The only thing I'm not doing, I just don't have time, I never coated these wheels. So John, if you're watching, I know you're gonna watch this, you gotta denib and coat the wheels. I might denib the tires for you. But you're gonna wanna either get that done or do it. I just didn't have time to get that done for you. I didn't realize that they weren't coated. We just put them on yesterday, and I didn't realize they weren't all dialed in. That I'd put the Vossens on before I ever got these all set up. So here I am talking trash about taking care of the next guy, and I don't even freaking execute on the full detail. But you know, when you get a new car, you gotta have something you gotta do. If it's all done for you, that's no fun. I love it. Get my soap bucket ready. Finally, we got our Florida weather back, man. Been freezing my butt off the last week. Now we're back to normal. Yeah, this thing is good, man. Real good. So we took the DSC controller out. I never messed with the suspension on this car, so other than the DSC controller, I didn't lower it or mess with any of that stuff. Put the wheels back on it, took the Dundon exhaust back off. I drove it around. Whenever we take, they learned my lesson on the blue car, the blue GT3, when I sold it, and I didn't want to put any miles on it. And so we put the exhaust back on, and I didn't drive it. It takes a few miles to adapt. Otherwise, it kind of runs like crap for, you know, till the DME adapts to the stock exhaust again. So I drove it around there, got the tires, all the pressures set, and all that done. Got the the factory PASM, the factory suspension controller, gave that a little time to adapt. So now the car is ready to turnkey for the next owner. It's ready to go. It'll be nice and clean. Convince one of the guys next door to dial in the interior for me real quick. Lee. While I'm swapping the seats on the M3s. And we're going to BMW Invasion this weekend. So I got to get all this stuff done in preparation. Oh, and I just moved. I like doing all this stuff. Reorganizing the chaos seems to be what I'm suited to do. So yeah, 997 RS, man, I really want one of those. And I think that, they made like 500 of those things, a .2 RS, 997.2 RS. So I just don't think that those are going to go back to low twos. I think they're in the threes, even in a recession. I think they're only going to see maybe not as much upside as they have experienced here recently, but I think that upside is the only possibility for those. And so I think I want to get one now because I want one of those theoretically long term. And so I think I need to get one before they completely run away from me. So I can use the profitability from this car and the profit that I'm going to realize on the GT4, and use that to pay up for a 997. Gosh, I should have bought one a couple of years ago. I should have just financed the darn thing and bought a 4.0 RS, Senna 997 RS 4.0. I should have just bought it, and I didn't. Crap, I should have taken the plate off before I did this. But I'm not looking for a 20,000 mile 997. I'm looking for a less than 10,000 mile version. So before you start sending me all of them, like there's one on Bring a Trailer, I saw that. That's a 20,000 mile car. I don't want that. There's a couple of dirt spots on the PPF that I'm part of the game with PPF. Yeah. Get this sucker nice and clean. So if you're thinking, yeah, this is an unexpected move, well, isn't everything I've ever done an unexpected move? You have to remember that my frickin' brain is a house of horrors. And so if I consider something, even if it's for hours in my crazy universe, a few hours of obsession is the equivalent of like a year's worth of sane thought. And so, yeah, I move quickly, but it doesn't feel quickly in my brain. Yeah, nice and clean. I don't have regret from cars, like from buying or selling. I just buy them and do whatever I do with them until I don't. So I don't ever have that feeling. All right, let's rinse it. This sweatshirt is awesome. Yeah, man, that combo of Halo on S-Tech, it's like 2 years later, it's freaking great. Topped with the first bead maker and now the OG drying aid. Now granted, this car has been babied, but still, it looks fantastic. But just know, anytime you have PPF on a white car, even days later, you'll have some little pockets of dirt. Not much you can do about it. You can try and work at it, but the problem is then it ends up peeling. So I tend to leave the edges alone. So John, don't freak out when you see there's 2 or 3 spots of PPF. I mean, I would probably redo this PPF, I'd say probably 2 years from now is when I'd end up ripping it off and redoing it. Even though it's like 10-year warranty. Crap, I forgot to do my new procedure, which was to open the rear deck. I can do that right now. It's the darn dirtiest spot of the whole car. I don't know why I haven't been doing this since day one. Open this up and wipe it out. All right, let's blow it off. What else do I have to tell you people? I'm doing a lot of camera talking here lately. It's gonna be really special. I'm excited for that thing, man. I think it's gonna be fantastic. So I decided to do the Cohiba brown interior. And I decided to do the black exterior package. And I also decided, since I'm selling this and my GT4, I've decided that I'm going to do the bucket seats in the Touring. I know that goes against what I told you I was going to do, but it's my car. I get to do what I want. So, suck it. No, but seriously, I think it's the right way to go. If I'm gonna, if I have only one modern GT3 or RS car, I think I want it to be that way. I don't think I didn't spray the drying aid on there, did I? We do have zillions of press alls in stock, finally. So order away, and we'll ship out a few days. We're a few days behind because you guys are killing it buying all this stuff for the giveaway. So I'm getting all the gear ready for BMW Invasion. I'll be getting all that ready tomorrow and Friday. Man, this thing's pretty dialed. It's perfect time to sell it. So I don't need to do anything to it other than wash it. Wish I could buy cars from me. I'm sure that makes some people angry when I say stuff like that. Sorry. It's true though. I only speak the truth. I don't think I'd ever, I don't think it matters how much money I have. I don't think I'll ever just buy things and keep them forever. We'll see. Like, you really think I'm gonna have that Interlagos M3 forever, Chris? I don't think I will. Who knows? I like the journey, man. Even though I forget about that at times, I like the process. It's why I move all the time. That's why I'm buying different cars all the time. I like the process more than I like the object. I like the chase, the struggle. Even though I like to complain about it on camera, I like it. I enjoy it. It's what keeps me motivated and moving forward. Dang it, this thing's good. Changed my mind. I'm keeping it. Too late. know what's even better? This freaking drying aid. It's so good. Yeah, pretty soon the tearaway should come off and get replaced. We have an extra piece of PPF here that you can just tear off and redo instead of having to pull the whole piece. The other place around these lights, there's just a couple of pockets that are problematic in PPF on this design, the angularity or the jagged spots, or the spots that PPF dirt tends to build up over time. Again, you can try to take a brush, soft bristled brush to it. I don't like to do that because then it eventually just gets 10 times worse. You know, like this right here, this spot. You're better off just dealing with a little bit of dirt. Oftentimes the fix is worse than the problem, so you don't want to mess with it. But yeah, I think it should be worth a premium buying a car from me. You get a full diary of the ownership, and while, like, let's say we'll have this video up before the car gets to him, he'll get to watch this and, you know, get to see his car before it shows up. It's got to be worth something, right? Jams. Grab some stuff to clean up the tires. I'll just vacuum out the interior off camera. And we are off to the next thing. I will always have an RS as long as, God willing, well, so much for that one. On to the next thing. Maybe I should get a 458. What do you think? So I need another car that I can't drive. It just sits here. Okay. Let me go get a razor blade. We'll knock out the wheels and then we're done. So anytime you do dressing, it takes a few cycles for it to really work well. You want to clean and prep the tire. I think Stoner's Terminator, for whatever reason, it leaves some sort of oil behind or something. As I used to use mineral spirits. The problem with mineral spirits is that it like dries out the tire. And so I'm telling you, do Stoners, and especially if you have black wheels like this, don't spray it on the tire, spray it on the towel, because if you get those little spots on here, you're gonna jack up your wheels, especially if they're like a satin black or satin finish. Just don't spray it on the tire directly, unless the tires are off the wheels. So that's it. So I'll let that sit all thick like that, and then we'll wipe it before I go and drive it. But yeah, that's a wrap on the 991.1 RS. Gonna go on to the next guy, and we'll see what we get next in the future. Be on the hunt for 997s for me, you know, so let's say 8,000 miles or less. I know of the two cars that Merritt has. I know of there's one out in California that I've seen, a white one. There's another one in Atlanta another white one. I think 10,000 miles. But yeah, who knows? I'm sure you guys will send them to me. I appreciate it when you do that. So thanks for watching. As always, stay tuned for more crazy. I'm going to keep doing weird stuff that doesn't make sense to you because that's what makes me happy. See you soon.